Hi friends, host Eric here, and I'm the host of Talking with Famous People. I had a really great, I want to be Burt Reynolds, when I used to have my shirt unbuttoned too low like this. My ex-wife would call me Burt Reynolds. Just say, nice look, Burt. No. Anyhow, as I was saying, wow, that conversation last night with Wadad, I'm still all abuzz from it, frankly. I don't know what else to say. It was both spectacular in terms of its engagement for me. I was glued to the screen of real life, right? But probably more importantly, it was revelatory to me about how to frame these arguments going forward, and why libertarianism is not winning faster. The answer is very simple. We have to, as a species, when we are talking about public policy, and remember, when we're talking about ideologies and stuff like that, to say what you should do, those are the things that become public policy. Those values, those ideologies. Sometimes explicitly, as it with Sharia. Not Sharia law. Sharia, because Sharia means law. Okay, so once corrected, I stay corrected usually. So just, if you catch me in making a diction mistake or something like that, always please correct me. I love that. I love learning when I'm using a word slightly wrong, because or totally wrong, either way, because it helps. It's just great. It's just a great thing about language, the way it's so particular. Anyway, at the end of the day, I am right. Not me. Rights are right. Negative rights are right. They are right, and they are right to the exclusion of other ideologies because of the following reason. Only my framework, only the negative rights framework, which isn't mine, but it's the one I'm advocating for and have been advocating for a long time now. Only the negative rights framework has the following attribute. You and I are having an argument about public policy. One of us wins, and that policy goes into effect. Now, if you win and you are right, then good. No bad outcomes happen. But if you are wrong, then I get subjected to violence unfairly. If you're right, I get potentially subjected to violence fairly, maybe, or whatever. If you're wrong, I potentially get subjected to violence, maybe, or whatever, unfairly. That's basically the gist of the argument. Now, look, on the other hand, I can win and be wrong, and you're protected. No other framework can make that claim. If I win and I'm wrong, you will be protected. That's the only framework that can make that claim, is a negative rights-based framework. It's the only framework that's logically consistent. When we are talking to people out in the world about liberty, about rights, about what ought to be, about normative stuff, about public policy, we need to position it such that they are an individual making an individual moral choice about another individual. We seem to think that by having this layer of government between us and the actions we take against our fellows, that we are absolved from a moral responsibility to consider their rights. We are not. If you are a government employee and you are doing your job, and your job involves violating somebody's rights, you are engaged in a morally reprehensible behavior. That's it. You personally, you don't get to hide behind your title. So, when somebody's advocating for something like an ideology that legitimizes violence against free expression, that disagrees with it, you have to put that person in a one-on-one individual context to make them understand the nature of the things they are arguing, because they don't understand it. They don't realize when they're advocating in favor of following these rules that are not rights-based rules. They don't understand that when they advocate that, they contribute to the degradation of humanity. Why? Because if they're wrong, I'm subjected to violence. If they're wrong and they win, I'm subjected to violence. If I'm wrong and I win, they're protected. That's why I'm right. And non-negative rights-based frameworks are wrong. And to the extent that you're aware of all these arguments and choose to ignore them, if that's the case as well, they are immoral. Yes, they are. That's right. I'm quite a preachy guy today, aren't I? Sitting up here on my high horse. Well, whatever, who cares? But that's my message anyway. Thanks for watching Talking with Famous People, and don't forget to eat plenty of cheese.